All right, once again, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Let's dive right into this. So, the focal point of this video today is very simple. It's simple in the sense that when we dive into the topic of health and wellness, for the average person, we get very overwhelmed. We think this is very intricate. And I know this because I'm speaking from a place of experience because of my years, decades of doing what I do. And I hear this from people time and time and time and time and time again. They come to me and their head is spinning and they're like a deer in headlights because they read one book, it told them to go left. They read another book, it told them to go right. They read another book, it told them to go straight. And then finally, the last book they read told them to go backwards. It becomes very confusing. And I always tell people this. If you pick up 4 different books, from 4 different authors, you're going to read 4 different things, because when it comes to the human body, nothing is a one-size-fits-all. We're all very different with our needs, okay? And it's no coincidence, it's no accident that growing up, we have tons of genetically engineered processed crap thrown at us at every single direction, from television commercials to toys, like connections with toys, to cartoon characters, to movies, shoveling and peddling basically drugs to little kids, all these synthetic food-like substances, which sets us on our way of confusion. And then if we look at the school system when we're children, there's no focal point, real focal point on nutrition. They're regurgitating the food pyramid and the food groups and not getting into any details, no nothing, which is why when we become adults and we actually become interested in our health and well-being, we're like, well, great, where do I start? My head is spinning already and I haven't even begun, right? So it becomes very overwhelming for the average person just starting to embark on this journey of trying to take their health back or prevent things in their life, right? Now, there are many different things that we can do on a daily basis that can increase our risk of health, longevity, wellness, anti-aging, hormone balancing, building the immune system, cognitive, like physical, you name it. But the point is, it's an everyday process. Every single day, we have got to work on these elements. There's not one day. I always have a statement: discipline has no days off. And I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Now, the beauty of this is, a lot of you that have worked with me before or follow my content know that some of the things that I teach to, if you're not in it, you're like, oh my God, that seems like, whoa, so much. I reassure you that the patterns that you're in now, you've created for yourself. You made a choice to create the patterns that you're in right now, which is why you're listening to this video. The way you created those patterns that are not serving your health, wellness, and well-being, you can create new patterns and habits. Now, in the beginning, it will require a focus. It will require a discipline, because we have to reprogram the motherboard of the computer, if you will, in our brain into what our new habits are going to be in our life. After a couple of weeks, after a couple of months, you start realizing that a lot of these principles and a lot of these things that like months ago you were like, oh my God, I'm dreading this, are now just as easy as like waking up and brushing your teeth in the morning. You're not even thinking about it anymore, right? And a lot of the bad habits that you have will eventually seem very foreign to you. You'll even have moments like, I used to do that? What? And when it comes to food, right, there are things I can guarantee you right now that you're eating that you know are bad for you, that if you just take a little discipline to abstain from it and then go back to it maybe 4 to 6 weeks later, your body will speak volumes to you. If you never give yourself that point of reference, you're never going to know what truly is working and what's not. And then the problem is we go through life like, oh, I guess it's just aging. I'm getting old. I got these aches and pains and can't get off this medication because it's hereditary. But granted, there are some valid points to people who have hereditary issues with, say, blood pressure or cholesterol and things like that. I've seen that. I subscribe to it. But when I look at those people that are subscribing to that and I have them send me a 10-day food log, it speaks volumes to me. So yeah, there may be something hereditary there, but there's also even more things there that you could be in control of, that you could possibly reverse, that you could possibly improve the quality of your life. So again, I say all this to say, we are born and raised in a society that makes this stuff very intricate. It's not, which is why I tell people, I'll work with people for anywhere from 6 months to a year. After that, if you still need me, maybe this just is not for you. Because after a year, you should be able to be set on your way to a certain degree to having that foundation, that pathway, that blueprint for your health and wellness. It takes discipline. We all have it. If you're in bad habits right now that are not serving you, that's a discipline in itself. You've created it and you're following the pattern every single day of your life. So all it takes is a little stepping back, reassessing, and redoing things. Now, if any of this makes sense to you, and if you're really interested, if this is something that you want to correct right now, click the link below. We'll set up a quick 15-minute brainstorming call just to see if I could be any of assistance to you. And if so, we can explore different pathways for you to improve your life, but more importantly, for you not to feel restricted or like you're doing things against your will. These patterns and habits will become woven into the fabric of your life, and you will not even think twice about it. And that's the end goal that we're shooting for.